welcome back to another video, and today I'm finally going to make this video. I've been waiting to play the Eternal ever since the trailer dropped, and I've been waiting, and I haven't made this video. I didn't make this video years ago because I want to play the Eternal, so I made this video so that my points and arguments would be very hard for this to break. If anyone responds to this, just to make this video on how to do this way, because you're gonna see what happens when you don't do your research and homework.
Goal: make him the strongest and most powerful hero we've ever.
And crymor recently did a video about Doom Eternal, and the biggest regret about this video was he didn't stretch it out. Yes, that's his only regret. And we'll get to that video later. And I don't know how cringy this is.
Ever created. So as you can see, in these
Really, a Buffsuki meme. A meme that was cringy and wasn't even funny back then. Why? Just why? Definitely, whoever was editing this, when you were watching this, did you not go, oh god, that was the cringiest thing I've ever seen? Why? Just why? So did you not just go, how did you not cringe at this?
concept illustrations, he's had a bit of an update.
Look at this dude.
There we go, finally got that. Really, I've seen this, and just, if you haven't, let me just show it to you.
No.
There we go. I've got some things to say about this. Really, just because his hand is brown, it's instantly a sausage. Well, flawless logic. I mean, if we just, and oh my god, the editing on that's worse than my editing. And my editing, I edit these videos on a phone. I mean, just look at how bad that looks. Oh my god, that's ugly. That is ugly. That's even uglier. Then what happens when you go to, when you hit randomize, while you're customizing your character? Ooh. Flawless logic. You can swing on something. Prince of Persia, your path. Flawless logic. And can we get a flawless logic counter going in the comment section? Get it going, guys. Flawless logic. Just because there's wall climbing does not mean that it's Spider-Man. I mean, do you know how many games have wall climbing? I mean, just the now instantly Spider-Man. Just cringe.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
To get you some armor back. I mean, he's clearly got 68 armor, so he's using that. Makes sense. That's armor. You can clearly see that there's armor right there. You should spend more time making actual arguments instead of cringy meme edits. That just makes me cringe. Well, what'd you expect from hell on earth, you idiot? What'd you expect?
In case you missed it, QuakeCon was this past week and we got some incredible new footage of the new Doom Eternal, which in case you missed it was announced at Bethesda's E3 conference where we got some incredible rendered trailer of the new Doom Eternal. This is not Doom 2, of course, because that would be confusing. This is Doom Eternal, and it doesn't look great.
Well, if you would actually explain why it doesn't look great, then you wouldn't have gotten the hate that you deserved.
Web-slinging Spider-Man with a gun gameplay.
Really, just because you can swing, instant Spider-Man ripoff, just flawless logic. It's still got a counter going. I know it's gonna get very hard by the end of this video.
Certainly looks high octane.
Oh god, that's even worse. Just these are your attempts at jokes. Definitely, I could just I've heard better jokes from a dog. I've seen a dog be funnier than this. A dog. Something that's really isn't that funny.
And action-packed. And I've talked about how Doom is speed. In fact, that was my biggest complaint about Doom VFR. It had no...
Well, what do you expect from VR? It's VR, virtual reality. And VR isn't so advanced to the point where we have to use treadmills to walk.
speed. It included weird, non-Doom decisions like...
Well, that's because you're not playing as the Doom Slayer or Doom Guy.
hacking mini-games and putting out fires. Literally putting out a fire with a fire extinguisher. Quintessential Doom right there. This one feels Doom, but bastardized.
Well, explain it.
The fact that they call it Doom Eternal instead of Doom 2 to avoid people searching for Doom 2.
Well, it makes sense because in Doom 2016, they regretted calling it Doom instead of something else. Which would you rather have be Doom 2 and just, I mean, it happened to Hitman, where they made another Hitman game called Hitman 2. Even though there was a game before called Hitman 2. Did you really want just a repeat of that? Idiot.
From finding all that other stuff.
And then you say that because that wouldn't make sense earlier in the video, so you countered your own argument.
Really kind of cements how they feel about the history of the game they're working on. Admittedly, I'm a bit...
You're saying that they don't care about Doom's history, even though I was just going to ignore the secret levels in Doom 2016, and in Doom and Hell, you could play Doom 1 and 2. in the Fortress of Doom, and before I say, but he didn't. But it wasn't announced back then. Well, that's what the point of this video is. I'm showing you that the series that he has called Unreleased Opinions, it's flawed. It's so flawed because how many times has a developer, when an overwhelming force of backlash, whenever that happens, they get hit with it, they will start changing stuff. I mean, I was just thinking about Sonic.
Biased about Doom. I made a video about how it's the most influential game of all time, where I can.
And now he's going to use that. Now he's going to use this video that he made about Doom, but the original Doom, as an excuse to say whatever he wants, because he knows the old Doom games, even though that's not. You cannot use knowledge of old games as a criticism shield.
Condensed years of history and probably a 2-hour TEDx talk about the game into 24 minutes. I even taught John Romero a few things about Doom that he didn't know. So yes, I'm biased. I've never said I wasn't.
You just admitted that you're biased, and biased arguments, 99% of the time, they're flawed. Because a biased argument, it's really easy to destroy. And that's what I'm doing right now.
This, however, is weird.
It's so weird.
Why is there platforming in my Doom?
Well, it's a YouTuber called Under Demeo did a great video on Doom Eternal's platforming and showed platforming in the original Doom that you made a video on about how it's the most influential game of all time, and you said in this video that Doom always had light platforming, even though what's this? Actual platforming. Watch Under the Mail's video before anyone responds to this video.
There's literally Assassin's Creed, Prince of Persia style swinging
Flawless logic.
poles in my Doom. This isn't to say that Doom hasn't had some light platforming before, jumping from area to area or using the environment to facilitate movement and do things faster or cooler. But glowing...
In the original Doom, you couldn't jump. You made a video on why it's the most influential game of all time. Idiot.
yellow poles that swing you. This is like basic stuff from a tutorial level of a platforming game.
You're accusing Doom Eternal of holding the player's hand like the entire game is a tutorial. Even though I've played the game, it is far from easy. It is very hard, and I've played Cuphead. It's that hard, especially on every difficulty that's higher than Hurt Me Plenty. It's very hard. It's also a great ton of fun.
Jump on the pole, swing to the next platform. Doom has double jumps. Apparently they've added in a dashing ability, which feels ripped right out of Doom VFR.
You say that because it has a dash mechanic, which I've played Doom Eternal, and dashing. It made getting from places so much easier and just much better. It made platforming, gave it tons of potential for secrets and collectibles and stuff.
But whatever.
At least it sort of makes sense in the movement style of Doom. It has a grappling gun straight from Just Cause, which, I mean, it's kind of stupid on paper, but it looks okay in the footage.
Flawless logic, and it looks stupid and it's stupid. No, it's not. It's far from stupid. You can you can you can use enemies to swing from places to place, swing from places to get to other places for secrets and destroying buff totems and stuff. It's 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 very smart and was underused.
You've got some sweet air kills, and again, it facilitates cool kills and faster gameplay. Core concepts of Doom. But parkour? Pose for parkour in Doom? Okay. Well, at least it's just that. Except now there's wall climbing. Like it's bad.
Yeah, because wall climbing just took so much away from the game. It absolutely just ruined the game. Yeah, yeah. The only time that the platforming that I'll admit went way too far was on Erdak. And that was because I didn't know what to do and I wasn't that good at the time. But now I've gotten so much better to the point I where I know how to kill a Doom Hunter very fast. Just hit with a blood punch, then super shotgun the sled, then once the sled's been destroyed, hit it with lock on burst a couple times, then it's dead. Like, it's that easy.
Enough that we have Sausage Doom Guy now. Just picture this sausage in a suit grappling a wall and leaping from.
Well, when you put it like that, anything can sound stupid. Or you could say that. Well, you could say with Batman, one of the most respected characters of all time. You could say it's some depressed orphan beating up criminals while dressed as a bat, and he's probably insane. You could do this. You could do the same thing, and the audience are that easy to counter, and that was a cringy, just terrible joke, but it's not even funny.
Side to side like he's Lara Croft. It's the most ridiculous thing, and it just doesn't even fit wall climbing. The only thing this game appears to be missing from platformers in general is a collectathon, which Doom.
No, it's not. I've played. Doom 2016. They had like 25 collectible. They had 25 action figures. Doom guys that you could collect, and some codex entries that were optional. They were optional. You didn't have to get every single collectible just to progress.
Absolutely already had, so here you go. Collect-a-Doom. This might sound like I hate finding secrets and cool things in games, which isn't true. I like that there's extra ammo, hidden weapons, Easter eggs, and more armor hidden in the vents. I don't like that I'm going to have to jump.
That's. Oh no. There's a difference between just finding extra resources and collectors. Collectors are optional. You don't need to get them. Because if you me, then because every time I played Doom Eternal, I went back, got all the collectibles because I wanted to 100% the game, and I got rewarded for that. By the end of the game, I had 15 suit points. I had oh, yes, 15. Well, I don't forget what they're called. But I'm just gonna say the things that Knights and Hosts give you. I had 15 of those. And you're accusing of being a collectathon and hand holding. No, that's not hand holding. That's optional, so
On a yellow pole, climb to a clearly marked wall with white chunks taken.
well, I've got one question for you. Wouldn't that be hard to see? Because, I mean, if it was just looked just, just forgettable and not that noticeable, people would be complaining that it's hard to see where things that you can wall climb.
Out of it and then leap to the other side. Then jump onto a yellow platform area to pull myself up. And there's a yellow star, and I just need 998 more. When you listen to the Doom creative director or executive producer, it's like they have no vision for Doom beyond what
They have no vision. I'm just going to ignore that all of the story and stuff was all in the codex entries. This wasn't Death Stranding where the gameplay was trash and repetitive and boring and everything was in cutscenes.
they've been told to think. There will be 8 guns because in Doom you've got to have a shotgun. You've got to have a plasma rifle.
Well, because people would be complaining, like, where's the super shotgun? Where's the rocket launcher? I mean, that would be like having Gears of War, but with no guns and you just hit people with flowers and stuff. It just wouldn't make sense. And people would be wondering, where's all the weapons and stuff?
You've got to have a rocket launcher. They're focusing on the lore of Doom and expanding it into a Doom.
Well, in the original Doom, if you read the manual, then you would get all the lore. If you read stuff, then you would get the lore, which they've expanded on. This is basically just what you would expect from a Doom game that wants to expand and do everything that Doom 2016 and the old Doom games did, but better with more features and more gameplay and longer and just better.
Universe, because God knows that the thing Doom was missing was a compelling storyline. You've got.
And I've played Doom Eternal, and they don't beat you over the head with the story. I mean, you can skip every single cutscene in the game if you don't care about the story. You just want the gameplay and stuff. Can we also get a in and stuff counter in the comment section? Get it going, guys.
To have multiplayer, and since the last Doom's multiplayer died pretty quickly due to.
Well, the reason why it died so fast was just a terrible idea, which I've played no, and it wasn't really this. Oh my god, what was that you were trying to make it sound like? No, it was just. Yeah, it was okay. That was all it was.
Beta, let's add in invasions from Dark Souls, which they call one of the ways you can play the Doom.
Which invasion? It's which invasion? just just another thing they can do, making the game even more fun.
Dance in a social
And adding more replay value to the game.
way. What the hell is a Doom dance anyway? The Doom.
Really, the Doom dance is basically let's just I'll give you a scenario. Let's say there's a tyrant right there and a pen elemental and a Magnus type. How do you defeat them? First, you destroyed the Mancusus's arm cannon, so he comes hit with that annoying flamethrower, super shotgun him, and when you get to the pin elemental, hit him with the microwave. And no, you cannot pick microwaves up and throw at demons, even though that would be the funniest thing ever. And Tyrant hit him, slice him out with the crucible. I mean, that's, well, not a very good way of explaining the Doom Dance, but it's just, well, a quick way, because I don't have a lot of time, and I'm trying to make sure that this video isn't over 25 minutes. Let's give it a quick check. God damn it, well, I gotta do this quick.
Dance with your friends is a really big thing for us. The main thing is it allows you to experience the Doom Dance with your friends. What are you talking about? Seriously. Doom is a game, and games are meant to be fun. I totally understand gamifying what would, in reality, be a pretty awful experience to try to live through. But it's this misguided need to make everything more extreme that seems.
Well, that's what Doom has always been. Seriously, you can play the old Doom games in the Fortress of Doom, and they were extreme for their time. Because I mean, the closest to what Doom had at the time was Mortal Kombat, was fighting games, and they're very tame compared to today.
Seems to have led to things like our popcorn jackpot armor dispenser.
Really, just because it's flying out of them, it's instantly popcorn. Flawless logic.
This
Keep
just
it
feels
going, and
so
keep the counter going.
wrong. And I don't even know how to express the level of dismay and distaste I had when I saw this in the reveal. Of course, it's all about making sure
It's just a quick way to get armor back. I mean, because in Doom 2016, armor, the only way they can get it back is from finding it and searching, or equipping an overpowered rune that's so overpowered that it's just disgusting. Which Doom Eternal has made Doom 2016 look bad in comparison.
You get a game benefit and an awesome visual spectacle. You know, Doom did pretty good on the visual spectacle thing without feeling so
cheapened. Who
Well, explain it. Why is it cheapened? And no, it's not even that. I mean, a lot of the arguments in here are cherry picked.
are they trying to appeal to with platform
Doom fans,
and
wall jumping, sausage marines, and popcorn enemies? It's bizarre. In fact, everything Bethesda has been doing this year is bizarre.
Did you watch QuakeCon? Are you excited for Doom Eternal? Let me know in the comments. I'm sure it'll all sell well because you gotta get those pre-orders.
are you serious? You're comparing Doom Eternal to Star Wars Battlefront 2 and the pre-order bonuses, because the only pre-order bonuses that there was a skin. Was 2 skins. Yeah, there was such pre-order bonuses. They are seriously trying to get all those pre-order bonuses.
Order bonuses
That doesn't change the fact that I just don't feel any excitement.
about Doom Eternal. If you
You're using a combat shotgun on the final boss. There's a reason why people are screaming at you casuals, get good, because that's so dumb. You're supposed to, and let's just watch his health bar.
like this video, leave a like and share it to all your friends, especially if they work at Bethesda. Hopefully they can
That that attack is so easy to dodge, and I know he's saying throw us at people at Bethesda when at a time when they would have bursted out loud when watching this.
And rein in their insanity before Collect-a-Doom becomes the rage of the new id. If you
Really, it's gonna become Rage, a game that everyone forgot about.
didn't like this video, then don't do either of those, but if you did, you can watch another one in the corner right now, and as always, we'll see you.
And here we go, a 30-minute video, and basically what I've been trying to explain and say throughout this entire video is his arguments are flawed, cringy, and biased, hipster, rage-baiting garbage. And just basically the only point, his argument for this entire video was change bad. Sticking to old game mechanics that no one wants. Over 20 years later. And if you want those game mechanics, play what's it called? Fingers. No, I'll put what I was trying to think of in the description of this video and 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 let's just go back to explain why his arguments were flawed, because Unreleased opinions are flawed, because I mean the backlash is you're gonna have to rewire some things to fix it. And his arguments in here were cringy, garbage, biased, cherry-picked, boomer, hipster, garbage. This is the reason why no one takes channels who don't have no subs seriously. And bye. Hope you have a great day and stay home. Don't go outside. Quarantine.